Have you ever trusted someone only to find out they weren't who you thought they were? Well, in the world of hip-hop, no matter which side of the culture you're on, whether you ride with Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Wally, or any other top artist, the latest revelations about J.Cole are downright shocking. What's hiding behind his seemingly nice guy facade is enough to make you question his friendships, loyalty, and integrity. Today, we're diving deep into the evidence that suggests J.Cole could be the fakest friend in the music industry. And trust me, by the end, you might just agree. But before we jump in, support me by hitting that like and subscribe button. It all started gaining attention during the Kendrick-Drake-Cole feud back in 2024. Rumors had swirled for years about Cole's loyalty and authenticity, but new evidence now paints a clearer, more disturbing picture. People have long claimed he says one thing to someone's face and does the opposite behind their back. But what's been exposed now leaves little room for debate. And the latest revelation involves none other than Wally, who opened up about his experiences with Cole during a candid interview on The Breakfast Club while promoting his album Everything Is a Lot, a project that, by the way, took him 4 years to craft and is one of the strongest rap records to drop in recent memory. In that interview, Wally didn't just talk about his album. He got real about the music industry itself. He revealed how rare it is for artists to open up about personal struggles and trust others with their vulnerabilities. Wally mentioned that the only 2 times he confided in fellow rappers were Kendrick Lamar and J.Cole. While Kendrick proved to be solid, the story with Cole paints a completely different picture. It's here that we see the cracks in Cole's friendly, approachable persona. Wally shared an especially personal story. The night before his child was born, he spoke to Cole about his feelings and challenges. You'd expect support or understanding from a friend in a moment like that. Instead, the very next day, Cole dropped his infamous track, False Prophets. While many believe the song was a Kanye diss, Wally pointed out that the second verse seemed directly aimed at him, revealing the kind of betrayal we're talking about. For a friend to take private conversations and turn them into public content. It's the ultimate breach of trust. Cole supporters often claim the verse wasn't about Wally or that it was pre-written. But context matters. Wally and Cole had maintained a relationship that, at least publicly, seemed genuine. That night's conversation should have been private. Instead, Cole allegedly used insights from Wally's vulnerability in a song that everyone could hear. This isn't just a slip-up. It's a clear example of how Cole allegedly manipulates his neutral image while simultaneously undermining those close to him. This pattern isn't new. From tracks like FPS and 7-Minute Drill to the public apology cycles, Cole often frames himself as a competitive rapper, claiming his spot, but refuses to take accountability when checked. Whether it's subtly dissing Kendrick or maneuvering around Drake, Cole's actions repeatedly show a disconnect between his public persona and private actions. He throws shade, and when confronted, he backtracks. Classic hypocrisy. Even in his alliance with Drake, Cole's loyalty comes into question. He initially seemed to side with Drake during the feuds, only to step back strategically, leaving Kendrick to focus solely on Drake. The result? Drake suffered a public embarrassment while Cole avoided confrontation, further highlighting his tendency to prioritize self-preservation over genuine friendship. Cole's approach is complex. On Port Antonio, he subliminally criticized Kendrick for supposedly gaming the system, yet simultaneously issued public apologies to both Kendrick and Drake. This duality, throwing shade while apologizing, demonstrates a pattern of inconsistency. He plays multiple roles for different audiences, making it nearly impossible to know where he truly stands. It doesn't stop with the big 3. Cole's behavior with peers like Cameron, JID, and even Jay-Z raises questions. Cameron alleged that Cole promised collaborations and podcast appearances that never materialized. JID has seen minimal support from Cole since the Forever Story. Even Cole's mentor, Jay-Z, has seemingly distanced himself over the years. Across generations, the pattern is consistent. Smiles in your face, but questionable actions behind your back. To the public, Cole is the nice guy of hip-hop, level-headed, neutral, and respectful. But behind the scenes, numerous accounts suggest the opposite. He allegedly plays multiple masks for different people, striving to appear neutral while simultaneously discrediting or undermining friends and peers. In a culture built on respect, authenticity, and standing by your word, Cole's alleged pattern of behavior is jarring. In hip-hop, your word is everything. Kendrick, Pusha T, and even Drake operate under the principle of accountability. Stand for something, and others respect you. Cole, however, often seems to manipulate relationships for strategic advantage. And while some may respect his talent, you cannot ignore the consistent reports of betrayal, inconsistency, and manipulation. In this context, it's easy to see why he's losing credibility, not just among fans, but among peers in the industry. So what do we make of J.Cole? Is he really the nice guy the public sees, or is he playing a carefully crafted game behind the scenes? The evidence with Wally, Kendrick, Drake, Cameron, and JID suggests a clear pattern of manipulation and hypocrisy. Cole might be one of hip-hop's most talented artists, but when it comes to friendship and loyalty, the signs point to the opposite. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think J.Cole is truly a fake friend, or is this all part of the competitive nature of the industry? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you're new. And as always, stay active.